Please welcome Laurence Tham, the love of the game.
It's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today because today, the 25th of February, is a very, very special day. Not sure if many of you know, but 42 years ago today, a young black man stepped into a boxing ring against all adversity, 7-1 odds against him, facing the heavyweight champion of the world, Sonny Liston. And with certainty, what Noel had just talked about, and what Doug talked about, and passion, what Dave and Lois talked about yesterday. He utilized those two combinations in some skill, and quote by the papers, he was able to hit without being hit. He was able to dance in the ring. With every millimeters he moved to the left, every millimeters he moved to the right, made all the difference in that fight. And after 7 rounds, a legend was born. We know him now as Muhammad Ali. That happened today. 110 years of chiropractic in this profession. We've had some adversities in our time. But we also had men and women like Muhammad Ali who fought against that adversity. See, in chiropractic, this profession is like this family dynamics. And every family dynamics has got parents and has got children. We've come a long way since the time of D.D. Palmer placing his hands on Harvey Lillard. That time gave birth to chiropractic, this profession that we are all here gathered here today for the love of it. B.J. Palmer and men and women who went to jail for chiropractic stood behind bars for the things that we do today and we often take for granted. They gave birth to this profession, they nurtured this profession, and they gave us a beautiful starting point. May I suggest to you today, all of you here, the CAs, the students, the chiropractors, the family members who are here today, we are the children of chiropractic. Are we not? 110 years seems like a long time. But if you measure it against human existence, we have just begun. We have a long way to go. And we have given a beautiful platform to start with. And from there, we're able to take this profession into maturity, into adulthood. But that responsibility begins with you and me. I was reviewing this point in my head last week when I was going through my talk, and I was trying to find some stories of adversity in my own life. It was very hard to come by. And I'm very grateful for that. I mean, I was born and raised in Canada, went to university, got my degree, went on to chiropractic college, married my beautiful wife who spoke brilliantly last night. And I've moved to a country that I never thought I would ever step foot on. And I've become a citizen of this country. And I will compete for you in the Winter Olympics if I could. But I owe it to the heroes of my life. My heroes are my parents. So I look back at stories of adversity. I look back at my mother. You see, my mom was born in China and moved to Hong Kong. She was the eldest of 8. And they were so poor that a piece of bread with sprinkled sugar would be a luxury to their life. And my mother was fortunate enough to be able to get a scholarship to England to study university at the time. But my grandparents, because they were so poor, had to take a couple of the brothers and sisters to go with her. She shared her scholarship money to not only pay for school and her, but also her brothers and sisters, or a couple of the brothers and sisters. That's adversity that she fought against. My grandfather during the war in China was very poor-stricken, so he moved the family to India. My father was born in Calcutta, as you all know, a very poor part of India. And the hardships that came along. But at 21 years of age, the youngest of 4 traveled to a land called Canada across the other side of the world, left his family. with 6 pounds in his pockets because that's all he was allowed to take. And with that and some help of his friends, he was able to make a life for himself. And together my parents have given me a starting platform for my brother and I to start with. And I am very grateful for that. I draw similar pathways between this and chiropractic because we have been given this platform, this starting platform, just as my parents have given me. And if we can be grateful for that, let's reflect upon that once in a while. Because this profession has so much further to go. And that comes with a great responsibility that these people sacrificed, just as Ali did with diversity today. The B.J. Palmers, the men and women who went to jail, their passion, they stood for a principle that we often take for granted every single day of our life. We need to take time to reflect upon how amazing of an opportunity that we actually are given. Sure, are we going to face adversity in our lives? I can guarantee you it. But we're that much better because of these men and women, are we not? And I know some of you are sitting there thinking, well, who am I to be great? And I'll take a little quote from Nelson Mandela's inaugural speech, who are you not to be? Because in every inch of our lives, every millimeters that we take, left and right, makes all the difference. It made the difference in who you are today. What about the millimeters tomorrow? We have a future, and I'm sure you have a vision for it. But each and every one of you, whether you're a CA, a family member, or a chiropractor or a student, have that ability to be able to make those millimeters count. Because this millimeters is all around us in this game of life that we live in. Every single inch and every millimeter is to the left, to the right, and we can make those decisions every single day. Make them count, because they all add up. Can you imagine what the difference of those millimeters is going to make in your life? And in turn, it's going to make a difference in this profession, because if it's just the 840 people here today that take that extra millimeters each and every single second, how far will we be? This profession needs to be able to take its identity and its belief system and its principle in its rightful place in history. This is our game. This is our life. It's our rules. It is our franchise. It is our dynasty. And I ask you this weekend, as I will today, this weekend as well, is to look into each and every single one of your eyes and be able to take in the love, the passion, the certainty that you all have, and take it into my heart. And I ask you to do the same for yours. To take it into your heart, because I know when you go back to work on Monday morning, you're going to feel a little empty sometimes because you don't have the support. But I ask you to do that because you take it into your heart, they'll be there on Monday morning and every morning thereafter. I'll see you in the future.
Carter.